like it? Okay. All right. So just to introduce myself, my name is Richard Chabalamuma. My mom right here, Yvonne Tandale Jones. I'd like to thank my wife for getting me out of the house in some clothes that were respectable. Otherwise, I'll be up here in a t-shirt and jeans with some Yeezys on. So, thank you. So, like I said, my name is Richard Chabalamuma, and I was born in the Copper Belt in Zambia. And I lived in Zambia until I was 12 years old, where at 12 I moved to Pittsburgh to join my mom with my brother. And I've lived, gone to school, and worked in Pittsburgh since then. So I went to Brentwood Middle School, then went to Shinley High School. Still in Pittsburgh, I went to the University of Pittsburgh and earned a degree in studio arts in 2010. And I had a second round at the University of Pittsburgh and went back for accounting and earned that degree in 2017. So it was a couple more years at Pitt. So currently, I work for a company called Cardis, and they are a software and consulting company out of Lancaster, PA. And they're an employee-owned company, and they primarily offer solutions to businesses, software solutions, and we also offer services to help them implement those solutions. So that's where my job comes in. I'm an accounting software systems consultant. So my day-to-day involves meeting with these companies, meeting these clients, and helping them with their transition from their old systems to their new ones. So I was honored to be asked by do you have your MUIA? Mothers United in Action? To speak about my career and some of the lessons that I've learned throughout the years. And I wanted to start with an activity which I've shared with some of you at the table. I put a poll there that just lists the number of jobs. It lists a list of jobs, and I would like each table to guess how many of those jobs they think I've held throughout my career. So I'll give you 2 minutes, maybe 3. I know some of you already have that list. So if you need help getting that list, just let me know. I'll walk around for a little bit to get you ready.
is happening, right? These are the judges, guys. So anything else that is happening today, guys, this is the brain. This is the key maker. This is where the marking is going to happening. You want to say hi to my viewers, guys? Ooh, thank you. Wow. What's your name, ma'am? Can you introduce yourself? What's your name?
My name is Nigel Marley.
Nigel Marley?
Yeah.
And you're one of the judges this morning?
Yes, I am.
All right, next.
My name is Faith Miller.
All right. Mama.
My name is Jessica Fournier.
Oh, Jessica. My pleasure meeting you.
My name is Faith Hamalande.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys doing what you're doing for us. Wouldn't be here without no judges. So you know that you're playing a very important role this morning, okay? Thank you. So guys, these are the judges. As you can see, I'm going to still taking over here. Of course, this is the main table. Our Vice President is right in the house representing our community. Madam Vice President, would you just say hi to my viewers a little bit?
Hello viewers, we are at Mothers United in Action Gala. It's amazing here. If you're from Zambia, please come out. Even if you're not from Zambia, you're welcome to come and see what's happening here. It's amazing.
Thank you, Mama. We appreciate having you up this morning.
Can I say something?
Yes, you want to say something? Thank you.
And please make sure to subscribe to me.
And don't forget to follow Mama on Boss's Money. I'll make sure I'll leave the link down there on the bottom. If you need to learn more about the finance, make sure you check on her. Hello, hi.
Oh, hello.
You want to say hi to my viewers, please?
Hello, yes. We are here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for Mothers United's organization function for our children and our families to unite us and to keep our culture going, remind them that even though we are far from home, we can still do what we do back home in Zambia and keep the culture going and raise our children the right way. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am. And you're looking so beautiful this morning.
Thank you.
Can I bring the in-laws to say something?
Yes, this
Ma'am.
is my daughter-in-law.
Yes.
Delighted to be here and supporting this great organization and my husband.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that you came this morning. I can see your husband looks very much presentable. We won't look beautiful, we won't look nice if our mothers, people like you, didn't take care of us. So when I saw him, I knew there's a strong woman behind. Hi, how are you? You want to say hi to my viewers?
Yes, hello y'all. I'm so glad to be here. And I'm glad y'all here. I'm here. I'm so glad. Thank y'all.
You're welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to Uncle Lenny's channel.
I picked number 17. We'll win the bet.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Uncle
So
Lenny.
we have people that have moved all the way from New York City.
Yes.
Let me just see if you can say something on my YouTube channel. My brother, you are welcome to Pittsburgh. And how was your trip?
It was very good. Thank you for having us and thank you for being featured on your YouTube channel.
All right. So I wanted to say something. I will not just let you without saying anything after traveling all the way from New York City to come and support us. What does this day mean to you?
This day means a lot because I've known Aunt Charity since I was 9 years old. So I more see her as a mother figure. So anytime she calls, I more think of my mom calling and asking me to do something. So it's a pleasure to be here and always continuously supporting the Zambian community.
Wow, thank you so much. We appreciate for taking time just to be part of us in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
I hope so many people that will see this video next year, they also follow this kind of a spirit that they are supposed to live what they're doing and just be part of us.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Mr. Collins, do you have any message this morning? Do you want to say something about this day when you see all the mothers coming together? Normally, this is not the normal thing.
This is something we should be involved done on a continual basis. Done fresh with that. Some of the young ones will take over now.
Thank you.
In my
Chief, Roman Mufola.
And free.
Chief,
Yes, it's charity.
Could be charity. Afunga Mufola.
Everyone's guess is in.
So, this is the man saying I should be getting paid. Mama, you're looking so beautiful. Do you want to say hi to my viewers, please?
Hi everybody, my name's Jane. Wish you were here, we're having a lot of fun.
All right.
There were 2 tables that got the right answer. Table number 3 and table number 12. What was the guess? All of them. Every single one of them.
Hi, how are you? You guys, you want to say hi to my viewers, please?
Let's say hi.
So you guys, what's your name?
I'm Emily.
So this is Emily, my beautiful girlfriend. How you guys doing? Thank you for
And you didn't introduce yourself.
Oh, my name is Chanda.
Oh, Chanda!
No, fun fact. I haven't been fired from any of them. But I'll add one more piece to it. My very first employer, I was fortunate that they gave me the opportunity to try out many different jobs.
That's okay.
When I felt that the job I was currently in wasn't working. So I had a chance to go from working in the food court, making sandwiches, being a cashier, being a supervisor in the food court, working concessions, supervising in concessions, working, serving, being an administrator, working in HR. So with each of those positions, while all of the jobs range anywhere from frontline to administrative, they all taught me valuable lessons that I have carried with me throughout the years. Whether I was working as a cashier at Burger King or an accountant, I had to learn how to listen and understand, be sympathetic to other people's situations, be patient, have good communication skills, and problem solving. So the other thing I would like everyone to take away from what I've learned along the way is that the currency of a progressing career is your ability and willingness to cultivate relationships and leverage your network. So your friends that you see here, your colleagues at work, those people have the best interest, your best interest at heart, and they're interested in what you have going on. So keep in touch, stay connected, keep them updated, and don't just reach out when you need something from them. So just make sure you're keeping in touch and letting them know what's going on, because anytime you let them know about something that you have that's your goal, they might know something that can help you along the way. As I leave here today, I would like each of you to connect with at least one person here and schedule a follow-up in the future. So that's my mission for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shalala. That meant the world, just to be able to learn more about networking and finance, and also to know how many jobs you carry, because never would have I guessed all 21, 22, but all part of what we did. Before we have our next speaker, we just wanted to remind both the parents and the kids that a lot of the things that are happening here are specifically for the kids. So we want them to, just be able to sit down and take it in and pay as much attention as they can. Because, while it is, again, for the parents, it's also for the kids to be able to get to network with one another. So, yeah, we just wanted to remind you that if, we could get the kids to pay more attention, that'd be highly appreciated. But, following that, we have Chilombo, who's gonna come up and tell us about his time in the military, first generation American. impacted his life. Come on, hold that cup up. We saw the cup. Oh, you?
For those of y'all that don't know me, I don't think I need a microphone, but I'll still use it just in case. But hello, my name is Chilomo Kulungo. I am first generation Zambian. I joined the army. I also work with the army as well, and also my mother is Jane Lusha, that woman right there. Yeah, that's the best mother in the world. Let me just tell you that right now. But yes, so I joined the army back in 2019 as a 42 Alpha. I'm an E4 specialist, human resources specialist. I do various things. I've gone around the United States, North Carolina, South Carolina. I've gone to a bunch of other places. I've done various trainings with them. Now, I know what you're thinking. Whenever you hear the army, the first thing you want to say is, I don't want to get shot. I don't want to get running. I don't want to do any of this. But then, I'll tell you this right now, it's not hard at all. The first thing you do is go to basic training. They send you away for about 3 months, which is easy. You get paid in those 3 months. Who doesn't like money, right? And all everyone here likes money. So while you're away, they pay your bills. You get paid for 3 months. And then after that, then all you have to do is basically, the test is easy. I mean, if you can run a mile in 21 minutes, I think you're fine. 21 minutes. So I did all of this after I came back, bald-headed as I was. Thank God I'm done. And after that, then I've just been starting to work. And then the fun things that they give you, after you're done training, they give you all these benefits. Now, for the other kids watching, I know you know college is not easy. And it's not cheap, and it's not free. Unless you have a sports scholarship. If you have a sports scholarship, then just disregard everything I just said. But I basically, life in America, it's hard. They try to take a lot of things away from you. There's a lot of stuff that you can't get. But one of the things that they can give you is free schooling if you join the army. Right now, I just got an acceptance letter from West Penn Hospital. I just got accepted into my nursing program. I started classes on July 24th. They were just talking to me, and because of all the classes that I originally did, it probably will take even shorter than a lot of the time that I'm supposed to be there. And that school will be paid for free by the Army. Yes. College isn't free. I'm telling you this right now. If you try to go to college without a plan, it's going to hurt you. Mommy knows. It's gonna hurt you. I still suffer to this day, and so does she. So, I highly advise if you don't have a scholarship in sports, try to go to the Army. It's not hard, it's not difficult. They'll send you away for 3 to 6 months. You'll come right back with money, and then they'll get free school right there. Just take 1 year off before you go to school. Go to school when you're 19. Also, another thing is, the Army also gives you a lot of free stuff. Now, who here likes the Pirates? Raise your hand. Pirates, sporting events, concerts, anything like that? I haven't paid for a Pirate game in a year. I've gone to 7 this year already because of the Army. The Army gives you free tickets called vet tickets. You can also do tech trade schooling with the Army. You can go to school with the Army. They'll pay for everything then too. And you'll come out with a certification. Let's say I wanted to be an EMT. They'll send you away for, I believe it's like 6 months with basic training, that's about it. You'll come back with a certification in EMT work, certified, right there, only 6 months. So, there's also other things too. I know I just looked at this too, but I didn't know this either. Apparently I can go to Hawaii for free. I can go to Hawaii for free. I just found that out yesterday. I can go to Hawaii for free. I can go on a 3-day cruise for free in the what are they called, the Caribbeans? Yeah, in the Caribbeans. There's other stuff too. I get free equipment if I'm in a sports team. You can also play sports for the Army. The sports scholarships with them, so they'll pay you even more, double whenever you're in school. And the other thing is also aside from the schooling and all of the other aspects in that nature. You can also go to, like, there's other things besides vet tech. I believe there's other things like TA assistants. Let's say for some reason you wanted to go to school, but it was only going to last 6 months or whatever. There's TA assistants. Well, they'll still pay for your schooling, but they pay to buy the class. So let's say I wanted to just do 2 classes and then I get my certification. I tell the Army I go to TA, I do something called Army Ignited. I send my schedule to them, they send me back the receipts, and then after that they say it's been paid. That's it. College isn't cheap. It's not cheap. If you think you're just gonna go there for free and then come back and say, oh no, I'm just gonna go to, no. You're going to hurt yourself trying to pay them back. The Army is a good way to make sure that you just have a safety net. Because once you come back, that's it. Go to any school you want. The Army will foot the bill, I promise you. So yeah, I start school, like I said, in July. Should be done within a year or so. And then, hopefully, within a year after that, all of you will start referring to me as Dr. Chilomo Kawungo. And then hopefully within a year or so you'll start to refer to Jane Wisha as Dr. Jane Wisha. So you'll have 2 doctors, so don't hurt your feet or don't break a leg because I don't want to deal with it. But yeah, college is not cheap, college is not free unless you go in the Army. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Hello, thank you, Mr. Chilomo, for that nice message, because college is not cheap and it is not free. So especially for this event, it's nice to know that there are many opportunities for us, because our parents did not come here for no reason. They came here to better us, so we can have an education, we can have a job. So thank you for that extra opportunity. And now we just want to take a moment to welcome Mrs. Joyce Martin to the stage, who will be talking on mental health. If we can please clap for her as she arrives.
Thank you. First, I want to say thank you to everyone who organized this event. We are very grateful, and to Charity and the team. I'm the daughter of Caroline and Justin Martin, and I attend South Park High School and will be attending Liberty University in the fall for business management and continuing my track and field career. I'm here to talk to you guys about an important topic that affects all of us, whether directly or indirectly: mental health. Let me define what mental health is. Mental health refers to our emotional and social well-being. It affects the way we think, feel, behave, and influences the way we handle stress and make decisions and interact with others. Mental health problems can range from mild to severe and can have a significant impact on our lives, including our ability to work, study, and maintain relationships. Mental health is an efficient part of our overall well-being. It is just as important as our physical health. Unfortunately, it's overlooked though, and a lot of people suffer with that stigma. It is important to recognize that mental health conditions are common and can affect anyone regardless of age, sex, race, social status. Depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and post-traumatic stress disorders are just a few examples of mental health. One of the biggest challenges we face in addressing mental health is the stigma attached to it. Many people are afraid to seek help because of the fear of being labeled, judged, or labeled as weak or crazy. This stigma often leads to people to suffering in silence, which can have devastating consequences. We must work together to break out of the stigma surrounding mental health and create a culture where people feel comfortable seeking help. It is important to educate ourselves and others about mental health, to understand mental health is not a personal failure, but a medical condition that requires treatment. There are many ways we can support good mental health. These include getting good sleep, exercising regularly, eating a healthy diet, practicing relaxation, and staying connected with people. Seeking professional help, whether through therapy or medication, both can be a crucial step in managing mental health. Another way you can seek help is turning to God, because there is nothing too big that He cannot do. In the book of Psalms, chapter 56, verse 3, it says, "Even when I'm afraid, I keep on trusting you." Trusting in God is the best for our physical, mental, and spiritual health. That is the number one thing I use when I'm struggling with my mental health. Whether it's listening to my praise music or saying a little prayer, turning to Him, I can conquer anything. Well, all of the above is great. The number one thing you can do is trust in the Lord, and He will guide you through everything. Thank you.
Okay. Before we move on to the next act, I wanted to elaborate on what Joyce said, because I saw a lot of movement in and out, and I wanted to make sure everyone's attention was there. Mental health. As a college student, looking at people through finals, looking at college in general, I see it. I see it among so many friends, among so many people. You can ask your kids that have gone through college. You can ask your kids that have gone through teenagerhood, which is any one of you. It's there and it's present. The idea of paying attention to mental health and taking care of your mental well-being is something that gets looked over so much. And I'm telling you, we're losing so many people to things like depression, to mental illnesses. And it's all preventable. We take care of our physical health like no other. We make sure we're fed, we make sure we go outside and see the sun, we make sure we exercise. But so often I see people neglect their mental health. I see people afraid to reach out and talk about their mental health. I see people who are afraid to consider therapy as options. And that's not okay. It's not okay. I'm telling you this right now as a college student, and I cannot stress this enough. This is finals time. You walk into the library, it is people going crazy, losing their minds over a grade. And grades are important, yes. We were talking about how expensive college is and how you have to go in with a plan. Absolutely, yes. But you have to remember to take care of yourself, both physically and mentally. Because I'm telling you right now, you could be physically present, but if you're not mentally present, then you're fighting a losing game. So please remember to take the time just to be able to sit with yourself, to be able to go through your emotions, recognize what's right and what's wrong. Because I promise you, there are people that you know personally that are going through things that don't feel like they have a safe space to talk. So please, please recognize that. And that's enough. Okay. Moving on. Thank you, Joyce, for that amazing, amazing, and impactful message. And also within the Martin family, we have Josette. You want to come up here, Josette? Who has a little act for us. Come on. Actually, I feel like no one can tell me better about your act than you can. So you want to tell everyone what you're going to be doing for us?
I'll be talking about how you can love God and do stuff that He loves and just helps you along the right path.
Come on, that deserves a clap. Well, I don't want to take away from you, and I want to see what you can do. Can you make us proud?
Hmm?
Can you make us proud?
Make us proud.
Okay. Well, do you need the mic? Okay. All right. I'll stand up here and hold it for you, just so you have something to help you. Okay. Okay. Let's go.
So, Adam and Eve ate the apple whenever they weren't supposed to eat it. And someone tricked them to eat it, and that was the devil. But God still loved them no matter what, because He loves you. He was the person who made you. He made this world that you live in. And the world that you live in, He made it perfectly. This is what I tell some people I know. They make bad things and they say bad things about themselves. It's not good to say bad things about yourself because you were made properly and you were made right.
I don't think they heard that. I think you need to say that again.
Don't ever judge yourself just the way you look. It's perfect.
Okay.
He loves you, and someone doesn't love you. It's the devil. He tricks you. He says he loves you, but he doesn't. There's one person who doesn't trick you, and that's God.
You know what? I think they should see you. I think they should see you. So let's do this. Can I hold you up to the mic? Okay. Come on. Let them know.
I think that we should all love ourselves just the way that you love someone else.
Come on.
It's someone like Jesus loves you, so you should love yourself the same way. He made you. He knows what you look like. You should know what you look like. There's a mirror. You can see in the mirror how beautiful yourself is. Don't ever change that. You can have it all to yourself. You can have all the love. But something that you really need in your life, so your friends might leave you, but there's someone who doesn't leave you. And it's God. He'll always be by your side. He's in this room right now. We probably can't see him, but we know he's here. He's always here with us, no matter what. And one thing I need to say is love yourself, no matter what, through the journey and throughout the journey.
Reverend Joseph Martin, everyone. And those are the things we know to be true, but sometimes we need a child to remind us that. Because they have the most pure of minds and the most pure of hearts, and they see the world in ways that we sometimes forget to see the world. So to have someone like Joseph come up and tell you to love yourself, to love God, and to remember that the mutual relationship between you both is so beneficial, powerful. Thank you. Thank you. All right, next up, we have our special guest who again traveled all the way just to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Junme Piri, I give you the floor.
I definitely thought I was going last. I don't know how to follow that up. You have to maybe start giving out $100 bills. Follow that up. But I first wanted to thank Aunt Charity for putting this together and having all of us here. So without you, Aunt Charity, we all wouldn't be here. And also want to thank everybody that spoke before me and everybody that's going to speak after me. I know we all kind of share some of the same challenges growing up here in America as first generation Zambians. I'm not going to just say Africans, but being first generation Zambians. I know we shared growing up here in Pittsburgh or just growing up in America, period. I've had the pleasure of living in a couple of different cities and states through my journey. So through my journey, I've met community there, whether it's Zambian community, whether it's Nigerian community. But I know some of the experiences that I share with some of my friends that I've met on my journey. It seems like we share some of those same journeys, whether it's single moms, having both mom and dad here, the transition of coming to America, immigration, and some of those things that maybe mom and dad won't tell us about, but we as kids, as we grew up, we started noticing. So I know some of those challenges have shaped who we are. So I know when Charity called me first and she was texting me back and forth and asked me if I could speak, I was kind of curious what I really wanted to speak about, but I first kind of wanted, and I know my mom would want me to do this, but she's really huge on anytime somebody calls her. I've been going around the country speaking at different Zambian events, and somebody will call her that knows her and says, hey, your son was speaking. What did you do to raise him? And I've overheard her most of the time say it wasn't just me, it was the whole community. So I first want to give like a shout out and a thank you to all the women that are in here that helped my mom raise me and my younger sister Java, who's not here, but I'm looking at Aunt Jean sitting right there. I remember there's times when we first came here, we'll be with Aunt Jean while mommy's at her third job, her fourth person she's braiding, and you know, Aunt Jean will be watching us. So I know I'm looking at Mama Jerry, who used to live in the same building as us, and we would be with her. So I think a lot of who I am, and I share this whether it's with the community or with my American friends, is just a stem of a lot of people that are sitting in this room, and some of them that are not in this room. I try to take the best out of each person to make who I am. I do want to thank my mom. I think she's an amazing person. I think she did an amazing job. And as I get older now, and also being a parent myself, I start understanding some of those sacrifices and some of those decisions that were made that I might never understood early on, but now I know as a parent that, oh, you make this decision because it's the best decision for your child or for you in that moment. I think our culture has shaped a lot of who I am. I would like to say my mannerisms and always just having respect. And I'm staring at all the little ones in here, and I'm so happy to have a second generation of Zambians coming along, because I think even when I'm at work or in anything that I do, I think the most important thing, not the accolades or the schooling, which are all important. I think the person that you are and what people say about you, I think that's more lasting than anything. As again, I transitioned to being an adult or being a young man, I started noticing that I remember when I used to introduce myself by what I did. And I think that was more self-fulfilling for myself. But when I leave a room and somebody says, man, that's a good person, or I leave a job and people write to me and say, man, you were the best director that we've ever had, and you were such a good person, it means more to me than somebody saying, man, you are so educated, you have this, you have that. And I think those things are good, but they're just so important. Yeah, so if I could leave anybody, especially with the little kids, the most lasting impression is it's important that you learn from the adults, the moms, the grandmothers in here on being a good person, because being a good person is really what will transition you into success in anything that you do. And I couldn't be more thankful to community. And I'll share this last story, but I want to say thank you to the Zambian community here, but also thank you to in our journey that a lot of people might not know. But rather than just the finished product, right? But she was very surprised that how did you go to church on the time where I am now? It's through God's grace, but through community. And yeah, and just my last story, as I was with Aunt Charity earlier today, she was telling me about the Zambian community staying together and how important that is. I lived in Sacramento for the last 4 years in California before I transitioned to New York. And in Sacramento, I noticed that one of the biggest things there, and one of the things that I enjoyed was the Zambian community. We were very tight-knit, and till this day, I'm still a part of their group chat and know what's going on. But it was the togetherness that really kept me together with them, because they would always show up for each other. And I urge everybody, as I was sharing with somebody, in the next 3 years, I look to transition back to Pittsburgh. Yeah, because my reasoning for that is not to just come back. I feel like I have gotten what I needed to get everywhere else, but to come here and make the community better, the Zambian community, make the church better, and also be able to help provide jobs here for immigrants when they come in, also be able to help people with immigration issues. I think as a community, if we can come together and just pick out 1 or 2 people and say, hey, what do you need? And we as a community are gonna help you out. That's the only way we become better as one, as a country. So Charity, again, thank you for having all of us, and thank you for inviting me. I am not no special guest, because I am you guys' child, so whatever you guys want or need, you know you can always call on me. And I promise this is my last story. I got a phone call one time in my journey, and I was in Boston. And somebody said, oh, there's a Zambian lady that just landed. And we need your help. I said, well, and at this time I was like probably the most selfish person and just worried about me. I'm like, what Zambian lady just landed at the airport? Like, who's putting me this? And that Zambian lady, I didn't know at the time. Just happened to be somebody I knew. So I said, okay, well, I'll leave work and I'll go figure out, and I'll meet them and figure it out. That Zambian lady happened to be my Jin. She was going to the hospital. And I remember as a young person at that time, all I had to do was whatever was needed, my attention had to shift and make sure that Aunt Jin was good. Because the next phone call was my mom. And as you probably you guys know, my mom's not the nicest person to ask me to do something. So go wherever Jin is and do whatever she says. And I got to the hospital and my aunt was on every tube, and I'm talking to the doctors trying to figure out what's going on. Till my Doreen came in and everybody else. So I always think anytime you get a phone call saying go help somebody else out, just do it, because at the end of it, you don't know who that person is. Had I ignored that and let my Jin go to the hospital by herself, and doctors could have made whatever decision that they needed to make without any family member being there. But because somebody who was a random person just said, there's a Zambian lady at the airport, she's in an ambulance going to the hospital, and I didn't know it was my aunt. So I share this because I'm just so, I haven't seen Aunt Jane in years, and to see her today and know that I was able to be there just with her and not do anything is very special. So hope everybody has
For Mr. J.B. Fury, all the way from California. Can we just give him another clap? It was such a great message to talk on Zambian moms and respect, because in staying rooted into your heritage, all my friends, they love asking me like, oh, where are you from? Where are you from? And I'm like, Zambia. It's just such a proud thing to say and to remember like your roots. And all the kids who are here, just remember to never be afraid of who you are, to stand proud, because it opens like so many doors for you, and just it's such a blessing. So thank you so much for the topic, and thank you all the mothers who are here today. And with that being said, I want a special welcome to Mrs. Erica Nanyangwe to talk on the college experience.
to thank the Mothers United in Action for giving me the opportunity to speak before you all. For those of you who may not know me, I am Erica Nyangwe. I am the daughter to Miss Sylvia. Looking beautiful, I know y'all see the hat. But yes, I am a second-year student at the Pennsylvania State University main campus. And I would really just like to talk about my experience in college and just who I am, as well as the cultural influences that I've held throughout the years. So before I traveled to Zambia when I was 12, I wasn't really as connected, I would say, and that was mainly due to the fact that I went to a predominantly white institution, and it wasn't just as, I could say, socially acceptable to really just be embracing your culture. I remember there would be times where I would just be ashamed to talk about it or just explain why my last name sounds the way it does. But it wasn't until that trip that I took by myself when I was 12 where I was introduced to the culture that I love and embrace so dearly. During my time in Zambia, I learned about my culture, my tribe, my family, and just took those things and brought it here and knew that I was gonna one day work hard to make a difference there. In regards to my college education, I am majoring in cybersecurity. And that was mainly due to the fact that I knew that I wanted to work in tech. I think it was in 2020, during the time of COVID, I learned that many students back home in Zambia were learning through television screens, and as many of us know, a lot of people don't have the luxury to have those things. So I was thinking about the people or the children that didn't have that luxury of learning, and I thought of how we were provided with Chromebooks and we were able to go on Zoom meetings. So it was really just disheartening to just think about the fact that there are people from where I come from that don't have that same luxury. So I knew that I wanted to definitely make a difference regarding technology, that side. So I do take courses in computer literacy, and I do plan on taking the skills that I have learned from here to take it back home. I would also just like to encourage many of the fellow first generation students to really make sure that you involve yourself in community service. My mother and I work with the Amos Youth Center in Kafue, and we have donated book bags that have contained supplies for many of the students. So in whatever way, shape, or form that you could involve yourself in community service, I think it's very important to give back to the place that your parents come from. They sacrificed so much for us to be here, and the least we can do is to take care of our home as well, because at the end of the day, it is our home too. So I definitely encourage many of you to do that. Now the main topic at hand, the college experience. I am a sophomore now because I just recently finished my freshman year. I can honestly say that college can make or break you in a way, depending on how you deal with it. And what I mean by is you're given that independence, and you can either take advantage of it or use it to your advantage. So personally, I had experiences, like I said, I went to Zambia by myself when I was 12, so I've always had that sense of independence in me. So, but when it was time to go to college, I knew how to carry myself and also respect myself in that way, and not really just take advantage of the fact that I can do basically whatever I want in a good way. But I would just like to encourage the kids who are not yet in college to really just think about who you're representing during that time. Think about your family, your culture, and just remember what you were taught. I know a lot of people my age who I talked to that I saw kind of doing whatever they wanted, didn't really have that experience of that cultural background or just like knowing how to handle independence properly, but I would definitely encourage you all to not take advantage of that and just remember why you're there in the first place. Another piece of advice I would say, I know we heard that college is not free, it is not, but there are also outlets such as scholarships. Now, apart from sports scholarships, there's also academic scholarships. And there are so many outlets that many students don't use. I know that Penn State has many scholarships that they offer, and a lot of people don't know about it, so it's just going to waste. So if you know the school that you're going to, I encourage you not to just wait for them to hand it out to you, but to search up those scholarships, because many people are just willing to give away free money, but a lot of people just don't look in those directions or just even believe that they'll even get accepted. So I definitely encourage everybody who isn't yet in college to just think about that and not be, I guess, turned down by the fact that college is not free, because there's definitely other outcomes or other ways to pay for it. Yeah, definitely scholarships and also mental health, I know was touched upon by Joyce and Nathan, but I would also just like to encourage the parents of college students to definitely check in on your kids. I'm so grateful that I have my mom, who's my best friend. I knew during finals week it was very stressful, there was very long nights of studying, and I was just like very down on myself, but I really needed that encouragement from her, and she definitely gave that to me. And also just having friends who are encouraging you to do the right thing is also important. Friends that you study with and not just spending time doing other things, but just friends who hold you up. So I definitely hope that you all have heard. I'm speaking mainly towards the children, but also parents, please do your part in supporting your children. Thank you.